Hey guys, what's up and welcome back. So today's video is a really exciting one. I'm super excited about it. I can't wait to show you. We are finally done with our kitchen remodel. And when I say done, like we're like 99% done. Like I have to decorate and stuff, but like the renovation's done. So this remodel has taken us about 2 months. I started it in May and it is July now. So yeah, like a give or take about 2 or 3 months. And I'm super excited. Oh my God. Ew. So I do want to talk about like the process and just kind of like the reasons why we did the remodel the way we did and that sort of thing. And I also want to show you before pictures. If you are not interested in any of that and you just want to see like what the kitchen looks like, I'm going to put a timestamp somewhere down here so you can just kind of fast forward if you're just not interested in any of the backstory or anything like that. But for those that do want to stick around, I will try to make it as quick as possible. So when we bought the house, the kitchen was like you are seeing it here. I'm going to put pictures up on the screen and just kind of let them roll as I'm talking so you guys can see what the kitchen looked like before. But when we bought the house, this is the way the kitchen was. And honestly, we had really no plans to remodel like anytime soon. We've been in this house for about 5 years and I got pregnant fairly quickly after we bought the house. And it's been a wild ride. My daughter is 4 now, but when I was pregnant and also when she was an infant, we were just not up for that. We were not up for a kitchen remodel. And we were just kind of the mindset that we were just going to wait until we had the money to like do it the right way, like to do like a full gut of the kitchen and just a brand new one. So our plans were initially just to kind of like tough it out. And so we did that for about, like I said, 4 or 5 years. And yeah, the kitchen was just in really rough shape, guys. When we bought the house, we did like a deep clean. I feel like most people do that. And the kitchen, it was just to the point of no return, you know. There was 20 or 30 years of just like caked on grease, and the previous owners, like, it's actually funny. Like I've actually had neighbors come over and like, you know, say hello to us and meet us and stuff like that. And they've actually said to me that the previous homeowners were just not good housekeepers. Like, isn't that awful? But like, it's the truth. In any case, the kitchen was just like 20 or 30 years of really like not being cleaned in any way, shape, or form. And like I said, I tried my hardest to keep a good kitchen and to keep a clean kitchen, but I think everybody knows that you get to a point where you can just only scrub something for so long. Like, this is just how it is. So we did buy a new dishwasher and a new stove when we moved in because those things were pretty much just broken when we moved in. The stove just stopped working and the dishwasher was leaking like crazy. So we did buy a new stove and dishwasher, but we kept the same fridge. So yeah, so that's how we lived for a long time. And then I actually started YouTube, and this is truly what did it. I started YouTube, and to be honest, I just started kind of looking at, I don't know, like I just got engrossed in like the mom community and stuff like that, like the mommy vlogger community. And I just saw like, and I know you shouldn't compare yourself to others, like I know that. But I just saw like all these people with like really beautiful kitchens and stuff like that, and I was just like, I want that. How do I get that? So kitchen remodel was just like absolutely not in the budget for us, guys. Like we are very poor right now. So really, I mean, we do not have any money for any type of big kitchen remodel, but we did like kind of scrape together some money, and we were able to come up with enough money to do what we did here. So we resurfaced and painted all of the cabinets. I will show you like the little hand sander, like the electric sander that I have. It was actually my dad's, so I didn't include that in the price of the total remodel, but that is something to consider. You could do it by hand, but it would take you a very long time. I definitely suggest that you get a little electric sander. So we resurfaced all of the cabinets, and that was so gross. I mean, I went through so many sanding pads on the electric sander because so much just like gross grease and grime was coming off even after I had like originally cleaned the cabinets. So I went through a lot of like the sander pads just because they kept getting all like gunked up and stuff like that. So we cleaned everything off like that. We sanded everything. We took all the doors off and then we painted them, which you guys are going to see. I'll talk more about like the paint and like the process when I actually do the kitchen reveal. But actually, I think that's about it. If I forget anything, I will talk about it later in the video when I actually show you the kitchen. But basically, I just couldn't stand it anymore, and that was the reason that we decided to do the remodel. I truly, truly just could not live with my kitchen anymore. And it was just so gross. It was just so gross. I felt like I was really good with my angles during like my cleaning videos and stuff like that to not like show you like the full scale of how gross my kitchen really was and like good lighting and stuff. But I think you can see like by some of the pictures like just how really disgusting it was, and like the ceiling, I painted the ceiling was disgusting. So that's pretty much how and why we started our kitchen remodel. The total cost was between $400 and $500. I don't have like the hard number, but I do know for a fact that it was between I'm sorry, my daughter just screamed. But I do know for a fact that it was between $400 and $500. I'm gonna link as much stuff as I can in my description box of like everything we used. If I can find it, I will link it in the description box. But yeah, so that is, that's kind of the backstory of the kitchen. I am really in love with our kitchen now. The budget, like I said, for this kitchen remodel was what is on sale at Home Depot, what's on clearance. Unfortunately, we were not able to get new counters, and we were not able to do new flooring. That just was not in the budget at all. Now, I do have a question for you guys. I've been hearing a lot about the like the countertop paints, like countertop like paints or whatever, but I've equally heard bad things about them, like people saying that like it chips and they don't like it and stuff like that. So if you have used it or you know someone that's used it, like please let me know like if it works, if it's worth it, because I do think that that's worth looking into if you guys do recommend it to me. So I think that is everything. Like I said, if I forget something, I am going to just talk about it when I show you the kitchen, because I'm not going to do a voiceover. I'm actually going to talk to you in the kitchen. So if I forget anything, I will talk about it then. But yeah, let's get started and let me show you my new kitchen. So here we are in my kitchen. Right behind me, you can see that we took down all the wallpaper and we painted. Let me see if I can get you closer. So obviously I'm still, like, I want to decorate this entire wall, but that's just gonna take some time. But this color is called Meringue, and it's by Behr. It's their paint and primer in one, and I love this paint. This is probably like my favorite paint like ever. And I love this color too. I don't know why, but I'm just like a sucker for a yellow kitchen. Like, I don't know what it is, but I just love yellow kitchens. So there's not really much to say here. We just took down all that wallpaper all throughout, and we painted the trim the same color as the cabinets, which I'm going to show you in a couple minutes. And the trim took 3 coats and 4 coats in some areas because it's a very, very dark wood. It's actually this color wood, so it did take a lot. But I didn't even sand the trim or anything. I just painted right on top of it, and it didn't have any issues. The trim and the cabinets are in semi-gloss, and the walls are in satin. So as far as cabinets go, I do want to let you know that I just want everybody to keep in mind here that we are not professionals. Just keep that in mind. Like, this works for us, and this is not like a temporary thing for us. This was just like, make it work and make it so that we like it until we can afford a real kitchen remodel. Like I feel like I have to say that because I feel like I may get some not so nice comments about me being like half-ass or something, but we did not do the inside of the cabinets. We only resurfaced like the front, and the reason that we didn't do the insides of the cabinets is the inside of the cabinets are not finished. Even the shelves are not finished. I did put down shelf liners in a couple of the cabinets, but the shelves and the inside of the cabinets are not finished. They're like a rough like plywood texture. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So you can't really paint that, and you can't wipe that clean either. Like, it'll just suck up the cleaner like when you spray onto it. So that's why I put the shelf liners down. But, so do keep that in mind that the insides of the cabinets are not done. They're still like the dark wood, but I will show you the outsides. So this is the kitchen right now. And oh my goodness, guys, like I'm so happy to be showing you this. And if you remember what my kitchen looked like before, or if you even saw the before pictures, it is an absolute dream come true for us. So like I said, I did not paint the insides of the cabinets. This is bad lighting. Let me show you on this one. I did not paint the insides of the cabinets. You can see that like it's a rough texture. It's not a smooth surface. That would be very hard for us to paint. Eventually what I want to do is get the contact paper, or kind of like the wallpaper for the insides of the cabinets, but that's a little bit expensive and it just wasn't in our budget. So this is gonna have to do for now. You can see that I did paint the ceiling nice and bright. And I also painted the woodwork around the window. So, like I said, we could not afford new counters. Let me know if you have, or you know anybody that's used that countertop makeover. Because like I said, I've heard mixed reviews, but if you've used it or someone you know has used it and they like it, let me know, because I do think it's worth looking into. The cabinet color, the cabinet paint color is Behr White Flour, like F-L-O-U-R, like baking flour, which I just thought was like the perfect name for kitchen cabinets. And unfortunately, we weren't able to replace the vent hood. That's something that I really want to do. You can see that it's just really beat up and just in bad shape. But that is on the list. And we did paint our pantry here. But like I said, the inside is still the dark color. So yeah, guys, that's it. I did want to let you know that the cabinets did take 3 coats of paint, and again, like an additional 4th in some places, just because it was a very dark wood. So there was some darkness peeking through, so I did have to go over it a 4th time in some places. But I did use a primer on the cabinets as well. I used Zinsser mold killing primer. The only reason I used that is because we had extra left over from our bathroom, but I could imagine that you can use pretty much any primer and it would do the same job. Something else that I don't want to forget is we also did replace all the outlets. They were a really terrible almond color before and they were really dirty. So the whole kitchen got new outlets. We did that ourselves. And this was also wallpapered. So we took all the wallpaper down, and it's paneling behind the wallpaper, and I don't mind it. Like, it's not shiplap, but I do like that it adds a little bit of texture to it. Again, this is just kind of to like get us through until we can afford like a real remodel. So I'm not sure if I ever showed this to you in any of my videos, but there actually used to be like poles here where you can actually see. I have to go over them again with like the wood putty and the paint, but you know, I'm not a perfectionist here. There used to be like poles here, and I'm not sure if I ever showed that in my videos. Like I said, I was pretty good with my angles, but we took those down and it just really opened up the entire kitchen. And the ultimate goal is to take this whole wall down. So to take this whole wall down and have like, you know, open concept, but for the time being, we're not able to do that. So yeah, so that was it. Like I said, this is the same color as the cabinets. And that is the trim that we painted. Additionally, like I said, we did get all new fixtures on the cabinets. And we also bought new hinges. I'm sure you can see it. We bought new hinges. So that is what we did for the cabinets. But that's it, guys. Like, that's our kitchen. I still have a lot of decorating to do. I really, like I said, want to decorate like this entire wall behind me. And I do want to just, I don't know, like decorate the backsplash and stuff like that. But for right now, it's done. We still have to wrap up like some baseboard work right down here on this wall. We have the baseboard, we just haven't like put it in yet, and that's gonna take us like 10 minutes. So I didn't want to wait. I just wanted to show you the kitchen. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna link as much as I can down in the description box, and actually if I can find it, I'm gonna link the sander down in my, actually, you know what? Let me go see if I can find it. Hold on. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I can't find it. I don't know if Chris like gave it back to my dad and like didn't tell me, but I can't find it downstairs. So I'll link the one that we used or like a very similar one down in the description box. And like I said, I will try to link as much stuff as I can, but I do know for certain that this was under $500. So that is really happy. That is really exciting for me. And I'm really just like happy and thrilled with the results. And like I said, this like remodel, this is just gonna like, it's gonna get us through until like we can afford like a full gut. So I'm really happy with it. I hope it gave you guys some ideas or just kind of like showed you the before and after, that it's definitely possible to get like a pretty shocking like result. At least I think that this is shocking. A pretty good like shocking result for under 500 bucks. So I just could not be happier. I love my new kitchen. It is so bright and airy, and just compared to what it was, man. Whew. So that's it. I am gonna get out of here. Like I said, if I forget anything or anything like that, I will leave it in the description box. So definitely check that out. And yeah. So I love you forever, and make sure you come back tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be the kitchen deep clean, so you can watch me like clean this entire mess and like clean out all my cabinets and stuff. So I love you forever, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.